Oh, Kim. Oh, that's right. We're not doing that. But Kim, you said you were on the computer right now. You're able to see the screen, or you, she said something about it. Yeah, you're not seeing what information? Okay, you're all fine. It's good. I'm gonna give the screen to Ben. There's nothing on the screen to see yet. I am going to give him the screen, and then he's going to put some things on there. So right now you shouldn't see anything. Is everybody else okay? Yes. Everybody else is good. Okay. Let me. Are you guys still here? Can you hear us still?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so I'm just trying to figure out how to switch. It's been a long time since I've had to switch screens. I'm just trying to figure out what I need to do. Didn't you remember?
Hold on a moment.
Hi, everybody. What switch? Oh, here it is. Here it is. I think I just heard Kay join us. Hi, Kay. Hi, everybody. Who do I switch it to? Do I switch it to Marie then?
No, switch it to BP MacBook.
Oh, I see it. Okay, I did it.
Okay.
Yes.
There it goes.
Okay, so Kay, are you on the computer? Yes, I'm on the computer.
Okay.
Ben's gonna screen share with us right now.
Okay. The people that are on. Yes.
So we only have the Seattle folks here. Chris and Eric's team, none of them are able to join us. Hey guys. And then we have who is a part of the writing team for Cheryl's team. I'm gonna mute myself just because it is, one person less noise. So if you ask me a question, it'll take me a second to respond. Yeah, we might need everybody to mute themselves as well unless you're talking, just to keep the feedback and stuff down. And I'm gonna mute myself as well. Then you're gonna be the starter and leader of this right now.
Okay. Because can everybody hear me? Can everybody hear me? Okay.
Yeah, we can all hear you.
Okay. So, okay. So you can see my screen with the login screen. Okay. I'm going to assume you can. So everybody's familiar with the website ibc.brailleapps.org. You'll see in the upper left corner. A while back, we changed that link. It used to just be www.brailleapps.org, but it's ibc.brailleapps.org. You'll log in using your username and password, and I know everybody on this call has got a username and password. And as with the reading section, the layout is almost identical. Down at the bottom of the home page, you'll see writing and proofreading content, writing placement, writing contest, blinking word, and Braille scramble. I know some of these the titles are changing slightly, but you'll be able to see which is which. Let's start with writing placement. Okay, same content table. You'll see we've got a bunch of test content in there for now. Um, Age, level, version, and then the test type, and then the test title, and then the author and test ID are the columns here. So you can go back and review any of the test content that you've put in. When you're ready to add a new test, you click the Add New button, just the same as is in reading. Select age, version A or B, level, and then WR for writing, and MC for multiple choice. So let's first do a writing test. So same as in reading, you'll choose your name from the author if it's applicable. We'll just put in test content delete for now. Let's see, and then for the age, I've just been putting in just because we're deleting all of these. And then the question, as it will appear in the app. This test, the writing test, will have when the student opens the test and begins, they will read, or they'll hear an audio of a word or a phrase, and then they'll listen to the word or phrase as many times as they want within the app, and then they will type out what they've heard. So there are two pieces for each of the questions in this particular writing placement test. There's the question, which is the text, which will appear in the app, but they won't be able to read it. It's just for teacher reference. So if the word is pumpkin, you'll type the word pumpkin in, and then you'll select the file from your desktop to upload the audio file of someone saying the word pumpkin. When it appears in the app, the word pumpkin will appear, but the student won't be able to read it with voiceover. It will be invisible to anybody, unless you're actually looking at the device. The student will have the ability to hit the play button to hear the audio being played, and then when they're done, they can go down to the text field and type in the word. So for each of these writing contests, there are 5 questions. The question is just typing in the word, and then you select the file to upload the audio file. It'll open a browser, and then you can browse the desktop or whatever folder or whatever you want for the audio file. And then when you found it, click upload, and it'll upload into the system. When you're done, you just hit save, and it'll save all of this test content. So that is the writing format. It's the same in the placement as it is in the writing challenge contest as well. So the same format: 5 questions, 1 text field, and 1 audio upload for each of the questions. Pretty simple. If we do it again, let's do the same, generally the same. Yes. Sure, hold on, let me go back. We have iBraille font appearing in the question field. And then the audio upload I just showed you. So the test question, which it really isn't a question, it's just the word that's being prompted, is written in iBraille font, and it'll appear in just regular. Actually, I think we changed it. It was going to appear in just regular English font in the header of the table the student was of the test the student is taking. just for the teacher's reference, but I think we actually changed that in the app to make it display in SimBraille also. But yeah, in the test content management center here, this the text field is in SimBraille. You'll have to fill in, add a question and an audio file for each one of these questions, all 5 of them, before you hit save, because it'll if you skip one, it'll give you a little error message that says, "Hey, don't forget to upload audio files and put text in each of these text fields in order to save." So that's writing, and it's the same. Yeah, go ahead.
Can we enter all the sentences at once and then enter the audio on another day, or do you have to enter both the audio and the sentences at the same time in order for it to save?
Currently, it's set up so that you do both of them. If it's a problem to save them both, the reason being is that if you get a bunch of test content in that has partial content, and then with the idea of coming back on another day or having another person come in and finish it off, it leaves a lot of room to have blank spots and audio that doesn't get uploaded or whatever. So that's really a process question that we need to, I guess, decide on as a group. If that's what you need, then we'll do it that way. But I think we set up all these tests so that you had to fill out everything before you could save it, just to avoid having big volumes of unfinished test content. Hi, Kim. Yes, yes, we did. We fixed that. It should be. It does by default. The server times out, but it's at. I think we set it to 3 hours. Sure. Okay, so that is writing placement writing format. So the test type is WR for writing. Let's do the same test profile for multiple choice. And this is, you'll remember this format from reading. It's exactly the same format as before, except for we have slightly different Common Core values. You'll add the author name, the title of this writing placement, the question, and then all 4 A through D the answers, and you just select the radio button of the correct answer, and you'll select the Common Core. I think there are 15 Common Cores in this side, in the writing section, and each one of these multiple choice contests in the writing placement side has 15 questions. So within each test, you will use each of the Common Core values one time, one for each of the questions, and there are 15 in each. All pretty simple. Same format as before, so you'll all recognize it. SimBraille is in the answer field only. So A through D, these fields are in SimBraille. The question itself is in English, or sorry, standard font. Does that make sense to everybody? Go ahead. No, whatever order you put them in here is what order they will appear in the device. So A, B, C, and D will correlate directly to A, B, C, and D in the device when the user is taking the test. Nope, it will always be exactly the same order. Well, you don't have to do the Common Core standards in any particular order.
Yeah, I do understand that, but it is just kind of the way we've arranged it. So we need to sort of figure out how to mix those up. That's going to be another step. I'm going to try to
That's a
answer fairly and mix up the standards fairly. That's going to be a little bit of an additional help. So Kim, I think you're asking about randomizing the answer choices, right? Yeah. And the question order. Yeah, the writers, you as the writers will need to do that.
okay. So just for clarity, for each of the age version, apprentice, there's a version A and B, and within version A and B there are 4 levels, and then within each level there are essentially just two tests. There's the writing version and then the multiple choice version. So in the device itself, they'll open to a table that will show level 1. It'll have a writing test and a multiple choice. Level 2, a writing test and multiple choice. So you'll actually be able to see this when you open your iPad, but it's exactly the same format as reading, so it should be pretty intuitive. And let's jump over to writing. The writing challenge is exactly the same convention as reading as placement. It's just that there's a couple of more. Everything's the same except for the number of tests in a set. So in set A, there are 2 multiple choice and 2 writing in a particular set. Let me just so you can see. Let me go through and. Here's the multiple choice, exactly the same. Choose the author, add a title, type in the question, iBraille and the answer. Select the radio button of the correct answer, select the Common Core, and there are 15 Common Core and 15 questions. When you're done, you can just hit the save button and it'll save. And then exactly the same format for writing as before. The iBraille question, so the word itself. User will upload the audio file and then, or select the audio file and click upload, and there are 5 questions here. Exactly the same format. Okay, is there any questions on writing placement or writing contest? Okay, let's go to blinking word. I think we're changing this to blinking braille. Okay, so the blinking word, the table is exact. Yes.
Can you go to Braille Scramble first? Because the blinking word team is not here.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, my fault. My fault. Okay. Yeah, sure. Braille Scramble. Table's exactly the same. Let me just go back to this homepage. Just navigate it like you're, from that homepage. You'll see age, theme, and activity number, and then the title, and then the test ID. The test ID is just to help us identify it in the database if you ever need to. We click Add New. Age, you'll see apprentice, freshman, and sophomore. There are only 3 themes. So there's words, words, and words. So that's for apprentice, freshman, and sophomore. Junior varsity and varsity, there's an advanced. So there's an extra level. There's an extra theme. So let's just select sophomore words activity number 1. Okay, so Scramble, as you'll remember, is we're giving them a string of words, string of letters, so let's just say plan. And then down below, so this is the first field is the reference text. So whatever the word is that they're unscrambling or they're pulling letters from to create other words, that main word will be in the first text field, and then down below you'll see all the different options that can be pulled from that by clicking the plus button here. You'll see this little blue plus button. So if, let's see, this one would be nap is one, pan is one, and you just keep adding them until you've run out. And I know you're using a reference key to find all of these. Let's see, lap. Yeah, lap. I don't know. Nah, anyway, yeah, Al. Okay, yes, yes.
Is there a default to not accept words that are less than, I think it was 3 words, 3 letters, honey? Yeah, 3 letters? Yeah, I think it was 3 letters. So is there a default so that it won't accept that, or is there, or no?
We did not build in a default. If you need it, we can add it. We could put a little notation. We could put a little notation in here that says, don't do anything under 2 letters, just as a reminder. So this is pretty. This is it's pretty straightforward. Just keep clicking the plus button until you have all the fields you need. Don't click. Don't leave an empty one if you can, because the app is going to display. Let's say you have 5 different answers, 5 different answer choices. Then in the app, the student is going to be given 5 blank answers, so they know the number that they're trying to hit. So if you leave an extra one open, they're going to have an extra one on their end, and they're not going to know, what to do with it. So this is what your final answer key should look like. And when you hit save, it'll just save it. And then on the table, the title here will be called will just be the main word here, the word that's being displayed. Ignore these little question marks. These are things that I saved that didn't have titles. So that is Braille Scramble. Do you have any questions on that? It seems it's all pretty simple. Anybody? Do we want to go over blinking word?
Okay, do we need to go over blinking word, or should we just not go over it?
I think we should go over it, but I want to actually hear from the Seattle group, not just if they don't have questions. I want to hear if it makes sense. You'll have questions about words. We really don't want you to censor words if they're on some official Scrabble, like acceptable words. I know what you mean, though. We're not concerned about how many words there are. We know that some of these words will have more than the number. And we've talked about this quite a bit, that there are going to be words that some children know that other children don't, and they're not going to be told that they are wrong. They're just, it's like we do. We're going to learn, they're going to start learning words that they could put in and start looking for those words. So I don't know how you would ever eliminate anything that was on one of the. I mean, looks. It doesn't have to be Scrabble Finder. That's the one that I suggested. But if there's a better site that you feel like has a better list of dictionary words instead of maybe some nonsense words, but there could be words that we don't even know. But if they're acceptable words in Scrabble, I would say we have to swallow hard and put them in there.
Okay,
We have
so go ahead, please. Okay, if we decide to go ahead with swear words, well, like bitch for dog, working out on.
We actually did decide that to go ahead with swear words.
This was not a slang swear word.
Oh, actually, you know what we decided? We decided there are some websites that say words like, oh gosh, don't you remember we found one that was for parents to screen words out of social media for their children? And we decided that, I mean, I'll dig into that, but there was a couple of websites that were for parents to screen words out of social media sites, and some of them were, pretty liberal. They were going to screen out the most offensive ones. And then we'll make a note that we screened out those words that are considered most offensive by this particular source. Yeah. I mean, because we actually, it's not just swear words, it's things like words that are offensive to call someone else. And the most egregious ones, the ones that parents are recommended to screen out of children's social media. And of course, that's going to be according to age too. So I'll look back into what site that was and send the Seattle group back.
So for now,
I think what you should do is make a list of words that you have on your own eliminated because you think they're offensive, and then we could go back in and put those words back in, can't we, Ben? If at the end of the day we decide to use them, but at least this would be a list on your computer. What age level it's in, what the target word is, and what word you eliminated. I think that would be easier than going back in and finding the word and eliminating it, because then you'd have a blank, like Ben said, we don't want a blank.
Right. Okay, we clear?
Yeah.
Okay, should we do blinking word?
I don't think there's any reason to do blinking word because the group's nobody from the group is online.
Okay.
Seattle team, do you guys have any other questions? Are you pretty clear on everything as far as entering and any other questions? I think so, Sarah. I've still been trying to get on so I can get screenshots, but so far I haven't been able to do that this morning. So I think that'll help once we can see the YouTube.
Yeah, no problem. I'll post this video as soon as we're done. Okay.
Cheryl has something to say. Cheryl has something. Thank you to everybody. If you decide that you wanted to work on this super great, Sean Reddick is
So we have different vacation schedules. So feel free to contact us. You have our emails as well as we can give you our phone numbers in case you need it very quickly and have a very quick question. But thank you everyone again for your time and for doing this over the holiday break, and we appreciate all of your hard work and everything that you've done on this project.
Thank you.